Wooden bicycles are an incredibly important part of the cycling culture here in Rwanda, partly because it was the wooden bikes that led to the country's first professional cycling team. And there's an interesting story of how that came to be. The first American to finish the Tour de France, a man named Jonathan Boyer, or Jock, came to Rwanda and was amazed by the wooden bicycles. He was further surprised by the talent of the young guys who came out to compete. So he called upon some of his cycling friends to invest, and he set up Team Rwanda. That was 2006. Fast forward 6 years later, and one of the members of Team Rwanda is on his way to the Summer Olympics in London. And really, the team is helping change perceptions of Rwandans. More importantly, they're helping Rwandans change how they view themselves. Some of the members of the team are just behind this door, and I'm really excited to meet them.
Hey!
I'm Errol Barnett. You
Hi,
must be
Kimberly Coates.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm so glad you made it.
I'm glad you guys made some time for us. I know some of your team is actually away right now.
Yeah, actually, Jonathan Boyer, he's the coach of Team Rwanda, and he's with 6 of our top guys in Morocco. They're doing a race for the next 3 weeks, the Tour of Morocco and the King's Races. So, yeah, but we still have a lot of guys here. Rafiki and Obed are 2 of our original members. They were here at the Wooden Bike Classic in 2006, which is kind of what started all this and why you guys are all here. So
these are some of the guys who were on those wooden bikes and actually inspired Jock to start Team Rwanda.
Exactly. Along with a few other guys, Adrian, who is our Olympic qualifier, who races in South Africa on a pro team at the moment.
Obviously, everyone looks very fit, but what is the workout regimen? What does it take to be a part of Team Rwanda?
Well, the workout regimen is very disciplined. We have a set training depending on the week, whether there's a race. We do anywhere between 3 hours and 5 hours, all specific, whether it's intervals or sprint training. They come from all over the country, and some of them ride as low as 30, 40 kilometers all the way up to 230 kilometers to get here.
Wow.
Rwanda is a country that loves cycling, and the last 4 or 5 years that we've been around, we've just seen the love of cycling grow in this country, and the crowds and the people. I mean, these guys are heroes in their country, and they love cycling.
There's much more pushing and driving this team than just a passion for cycling. Team Rwanda was formed 13 years after the Rwandan genocide, when an estimated 800,000 people were killed from April to June of 1994. The conflict between 2 ethnic groups, the Hutu majority and the Tutsi minority, had been simmering for decades, but the most brutal and sadistic killing spanned 100 days. The physical and emotional scars remain long after the genocide has ended. For Team Rwanda, cycling is a way to bring men from different backgrounds together. And for Rafiki, one of the original team members, it's a way to change the perceptions of his country, his teammates, and himself. When you were 11,
yes,
horror came over Rwanda.
Yeah.
And April 6, 1994
yes,
was the day that horrific genocide began.
Yeah.
Do you remember that day?
I don't remember many, but I remember some. I remember because it was hard time for my grandmother and me.
What's your first memory from when things started to get very bad?
First memory, that first time I sleep in the forest, outside in the forest.
Why?
Because Hutu kill Tutsi, and I don't know what happened. My grandmother say, "Oh, today you come."
Do you ever have nightmares now from back then?
Yeah, of course. like now, if you talk to me like this, you ask me like this, I remember. Then it take time. Even I go back, I take time to remember again. But sometimes, because I work hard, I ride the bicycle, I'm busy. Yeah, it's good for me to now go back to remember. But you know, you never forget in your life.
But now you keep your mind busy. You're with Team Rwanda.
Yes.
How does it feel to represent your country through cycling?
I'm very feeling good because many people know me and I see it's good future and I change life for my country and my family also. So my future is to help my friend, to keep to show my country, to keep to show Rwanda, to keep to be ambassador for my country.
Now, what's this machine I see we've got Rafiki hooked up to now?
This is our Velotron. Velotron. And this is what we test riders. Our testing equipment is fairly rudimentary, but this will allow us to test their watts. So pretty quickly we can screen whether they have the potential to be a strong, competitive, national, international cyclist or not.
And you say watts, I'm guessing that means the wattage output, the energy output you have when cycling.
Exactly.
All right, Rafiki, I see you hooked up to the machine now. I want to measure myself against Rafiki. Maybe I can join Team Rwanda. Let's find out.
We'll see. We test you first.
Okay. Check out the shoes. Special cycling shoes that will click into the bike. Kim, let's go.
All right.
Rafiki, I'm competing with you.
Okay.
Let's see how I do.
Okay. There it goes. All right. So every minute, there's your clock. Every minute, that's going to go, it's going to up your watts by 25. So you'll feel it get harder. And then Kiki can give you some tips for holding it.
So far, the resistance isn't too bad. So these guys will do this probably once a year just to make sure they're on track.
A minimum, yeah. Yeah. Okay, how many minutes? Okay, you're almost at 5 minutes.
Starting to breathe heavy.
This is going to be
7 minutes in. I can feel myself start to sweat.
All right, you just did 275. You're
I can barely talk. Rafiki, how do you push through the last few minutes? Use my muscles, okay.
Yeah, he does look like a good sprinter. 20 seconds, keep pushing. Keep pushing. You can do it, you can do it. 15, use muscles.
This is for you, Rafiki, this isn't for me.
This is awesome. Okay, 5 seconds, you can do it. Push through. Minute, 9 minutes. Oh. Nice.
I do not know how you guys do that. Wow.
Would you like a towel?
Oh, yeah. That was intense. Now that my endurance gets somewhat of a stamp of approval, I can join the team on the rainy roads of Rwanda.